I want to talk about some speculative stuff that's not scientific. It's kind of borderline physics, borderline spirituality, and everybody kind of runs away from it. Anyhow, I go to this temple, Sufi temple, and they kind of figured out that hey, this guy is either psychic, and then one of the guys said, yeah, he's like he talks to ghosts, and everybody is kind of so leery of me, and I've been trying to not attract attention, but uh, I have been studying these topics for a long time. And also, I'm a medium too. Well, before I get into all this weird stuff, I want to show you some of my herbs. And you know, Nostradamus used to make this brew of all these herbs. I'm only gonna read you a few names, and then it helped him with his prophecies or whatever. And you read in the early American history that the witches they used to make this brew before they start flying with the broom. I don't know why would a witch need a broom in order to fly, because if you know how to fly, why would you need a broom? I don't need. This one is valerian root, and there's another one, a little bit of saffron, and one is St. John's wort, but that's just for depression. But this is all the stuff that kind of messes you up psychically, you know. Laurier powder, which is there's another name for it, and this is moringa leaves, but that's also for depression. Then there is Damiano. Damiano is really a kind of herb that really starts your psyche going. And this is, I think, blue lotus, which is like a sedative, but this is Zakatachichi, I think that's the right. And this is really a psychic herb. And oh shoot, I messed it up a little. I have to get that part out. But this one, the name is Kalia Zakatechichi. Right, yeah, that's the. Hope I didn't waste too much of it. Wait, let me get that going. Yeah, I mean, I buy them all off of eBay, and there's a lot of farmers. And the way you know that these are safe is that first of all, eBay won't sell anything that's narcotics or deadly or anything like that. And then most farmers they have very good ratings. They have like 100% feedback. And what else I have here? This one is blue lotus. There's a lot of them. They're just different herbs that when you add them up, this is white lotus, and this is clip dagger, which is called Leonotis Latifolia. Yeah. So they just basically add up to herbs that get you going. Well, today I made it into a kind of tea, but usually what I do is make a nice shake from apple and orange and like banana with water. It's kind of sweet, a pasty kind of shake. Then I add like a pinch of each to that. But I have stacks. This is just one stack, and the other stack is a whole bunch of herbs, and they help my internal organs. And there is another one that I call it the limitless ingredients. It's like when you take that, it jacks up your mental functions, memory, all that. But uh, this this is not the discussion I want to go to. I have other videos that deal with herbs and their cumulative effect. So when you take several herbs that they all do the same kind of thing but in a different way, it accentuates your abilities in a very dramatic way. It's like this combination here is really the herbal equivalent to a weak shot of LSD, really. Well, when the first time I fixed it up, I had all these vivid dreams and visions. Uh, some of them you can't make any kind of sense out of it at all. I don't know. For example, when you are connected to the universe, to God, when you're connected, it's like you're connected to a very old being, somebody, something, some entity that extremely old, extremely the intelligence is beyond anything that I could. And when this entity, this person speaks, well, you know how in New Testament Jesus says you can only speak to them in parables. Everything is like a story. There's a bunch of images that come in. That's like, usually the way I would say she speaks is like says, she gives you some clues. Say, oh, where you're going in your mental train of mind or your habit. Or look at this. This is the end. This is the end. I've seen it like a million times, but I'm giving you a synopsis, something like that. It's not. Is not something. It's not words. It's like a series of hints and images, and I do think God speaks, but in Persian we have words for these differences. One is called ilham, means induction, like God like induces these sentiments, these ideas. It's like you're seeing well, the ghosts, they can induce this same kind of way. Well, in the dream, like when a ghost comes in, he or she is like replays part of her life or his life. It's similar to what you're going through, something like that. It's like she's kind of giving you a hint, this is what it's being connected, but there isn't just the ghost of the of dead people. There is ghosts of other entities that don't reside in the material world. They are not human. I've had videos of ETs. I don't really like the depiction of Hollywood that of evil and all this shit. They have a very foul attitude to spiritual world and spirits. Most spirits, even spirits of people who have done something wrong, they are more evolved than what you got next door, humans that you walk on the earth. There is an expression from Imam Ali saying that there are many people that are walking on the face of the earth that are really dead. They're spiritually dead. They don't mean anything. And there are many that have passed away, but they're still alive. There is other sayings by the Sufi master Shah Mahsud said that our material world is the lowest world. Every world, every spiritual world is the higher world than this. This is the pits. I don't know. This is reminds me like I used to live in East Coast in New Hampshire, and I used to go to Boston. Oh, the Boston had the combat zone, like how you go, and it was like the depiction of the really nice white suburb versus the street, the the mean street. It was it's kind of like that. We are the ones that live on the mean street. We don't know it because we haven't known anything else. But well, another thing is that when uh, when the spirit of the universe, excuse me, yeah, this is working. I don't want the thing to go off. When the spirit of the universe is connects with you, is she operates on love, and her communion with you is very healing. You feel so at peace, so loved, so connected, so valued. It's unbelievable. Okay, but this kind of connection is only one form, and when other spirits they connect, they 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 have their own kind of demeanor. It's like a different person. Each person has their own demeanor, and it shows up in their communications, what